Well, hey, everybody. Good morning. It is 6 a.m. here on your Monday, kicking off another week, and we're glad you're joining us. I'm Grace McKenna.
And I'm Jim Stratman here on WHAS11 and WHAS11 Plus. Thanks for joining us this morning. And if we send it over to meteorologist Matt Breland with a look at a bit of a cold one out there this morning, Matt.
For now, Matt.
For now, at least, yeah. For those of you that are fans of cooler mornings, this is good for you. We do have temperatures into the lower 50s in the downtown Louisville, temperatures into the upper 40s. For you folks near Bowman Field, the clear skies continuing with winds staying out the north around 5 miles per hour. Definitely a quiet start for our Monday. Not many of us are in the 50s. A lot of us are waking up to the 40s this morning. 43 Bedford, 48 near Paoli, 48 Madison, 49 near Shelbyville, 51 for you folks near Mumfordville, and 53 for you guys near Hodgenville. Satellite and radar continues to stay quiet and dry for us. This trend is going to be around for the next several days. We're going to wake up to lots of clear skies and quiet conditions as we continue throughout this week. Quiet and dry on satellite and radar as the kids hop on the school bus here in the next few moments. You can expect those temperatures to range in the lower 50s with the clear skies. On the way home, a bit warmer with temperatures into the upper 70s. But still a fairly nice day. Lots of sunshine keeping us quiet and dry throughout the rest of our Monday. I'm still expecting this trend to last with us all throughout our afternoon hours. Continuing into the evening time, we will continue this dry trend that lasts throughout our evening and the overnight hours, still remaining quiet and calm. We'll have more weather details coming up in a few short minutes. Here's an update on traffic this morning. So far, everything's looking good to go on all of our major interstates and roadways into and out of the Louisville Metro. If we have any holdups, we'll let you know. Jim, Grace.
All right, Matt, thank you. Just into our newsroom this morning, police are investigating a deadly shooting in the Newburgh neighborhood. LMPD says officers were called just before 4 this morning to the 4200 block of Noreen Lane. Police say they found two men outside there shot. They were taken to the hospital where one of them died. LMPD says the other victim is expected to recover. The homicide unit is investigating and doesn't have any suspects right now. LMPD asks you to call the tip line at 574-LMPD if you have any information.
We do have a heads up for Southern Indiana drivers tonight. Overnight lane closures will impact drivers along I-65 in Clark County. Crews are going to begin working on the shoulders on both sides of the interstate just north of exit 19. You can expect some of those shoulder closures and nighttime lane closures on the right lanes of I-65 while the work is in progress. Closures are expected to last through late November and are part of Phase 1 construction of the Safer Drive 65 project. INDOT reminds drivers to slow down, use extra caution, and avoid distractions when you're traveling in or near those work zones.
And we have an important update for you this morning. Norton patients insured by Cigna will now be covered for a bit longer. This comes after Cigna's decision to terminate its contract with Norton, which would have taken effect today. Norton says Cigna's termination notice has now been extended through October 1st. Patients with Cigna insurance will continue to receive in-network benefits until then. Norton said the extension is in place while the health insurance company and hospital system finalize a long-term agreement.
A fire that burned a home in Hollyville, a neighborhood in Louisville, is now awaiting answers on how that blaze started Sunday evening. The LMPD says that they got called out to assist the Fairdale Fire Department at this call. Officials were able to get everybody out of the house, but have not given any updates on how many people were inside or if there were any injuries sustained. Metro Arson is now leading this investigation.
And right now, LMPD is piecing together what led to a pedestrian being struck and killed in Louisville early Sunday morning. LMPD says it happened near Iroquois Park just after 3 o'clock Sunday morning. Police say a man in dark clothing was hit by a truck while he was crossing Manslick Road without using the crosswalk. Officers say the truck driver stopped and waited for help to arrive. The pedestrian died at the scene. LMPD says the driver is cooperating with their investigation. When the Kentucky Latin Music Awards come to 4th Street Live later this month, one Kentucky artist is going to be competing. He's nominated 5 times.
That's an awesome achievement for him. And WHAS11's Clarice Shaley actually sat down with the Afro-Latino artist Henry Melez for a moment that matter.
Bringing bachata music to Kentuckiana.
So music, I feel like, is like a diary.
Henry Melez is putting his diary to a beat.
But also, like, I make it where you can dance to it, because that's what bachata is. Like, it still has that beat where it's like, it might be sad, but you can still dance.
Seeing music as a symbol of moving through life. Melez has 5 nominations for the Latin Music Awards of Kentucky later in September, held at 4th Street Live. His nominations are Best Latin Artist, Best New Latin Artist, Best Latin Album, Best Latin Single, and Best Latin Music Video.
It would
benefit you more career-wise to be elsewhere? Why do you stay here?
Because first, I want to actually give back to where I'm from.
He feels like he's already doing that with his music, like with his song Sotu Bachatero, which was just released in July.
Soy tu means like I'm yours. So like I can be everything that you could wish and you would want.
The music video features well-known Louisville backdrops, the Falls of the Ohio, the silhouette of Louisville skyline, and Noche Mexican restaurant off Bardstown Road.
They'd be like, oh, we know that place, or hey, we were just there, and they can enjoy music at the same time as seeing like what that place actually means, what these places around us actually stand for.
Using music to highlight his appreciation for his community. For Moments That Matter, I'm Clarice Shaley with WHAS11 on your side.
The 7th Latin Music Awards of Kentucky will be held on September 20th down at 4th Street Live.
U of L student athletes are getting some brand new name, image, and likeness opportunities. This weekend, the U of L Athletic Department announced a new partnership with Danny Wimmer Presents. DWP will make a $1 million commitment over the next decade to support student athletes. Marketing opportunities include promotion of local music festivals like Louder Than Life and Bourbon and Beyond. Students will collaborate with DWP through social campaigns, in-person activities, and community events connecting Louisville's music culture with Louisville athletics. Today, September 8th, the city of Louisville is highlighting the National Crisis Line.
988 hotline, the hotline number provides support for those who are dealing with things like mental health issues, with suicidal thoughts, or even substance abuse issues. The National 24/7 hotline has some roots here in Louisville as well. Seven County Services was actually one of the original members of the Lifeline when it began back in 2005. According to the organization, suicide is the 11th leading cause of death in the U.S. And in the Louisville metro area alone, the local 988 call center answered more than 9,000 calls just this past year. The 988 hotline is available to anyone via phone call, text, chat, or even video phone option.
Over the weekend, Louisville hosted the 20th annual Rally for Recovery in Central Park in honor of National Recovery Month. People Advocating Recovery and Young People in Recovery hosted the free, family-friendly event with live music from local bands, activities, and dozens of resource booths. The organizations also presented 2 awards named for recovery champions, Dr. Burns Brady and Mike Berry.
Happening tonight, you'll have a chance to voice your opinion on the future of the Belvedere project during a public discussion forum. Mayor Craig Greenberg and the project team behind the redevelopment will be asking for your feedback and input on the park. Project executive for the Belvedere, Layla George, will also give an overview of the project and the goals, the opportunities, and the constraints of the site. It'll all begin around 6 p.m. down at the Iroquois Library. 4 more meetings just like this are going to take place a little bit later on this month at sites all across the city.